This the Hunter Biden stuff is coming back, and it seems like
Mhm.
what is definitely true is that Hunter Biden left his laptop at a laptop repair store, and it has
And
been recovered by
and
someone.
there are incriminating emails on it. The
Ah.
biggest one in my mind is that in this deal, I think with China, they were saving 10% for the big guy. And most people infer that to be Joe Biden himself in on this backroom deal. And
It's
not
backroom
good.
It's backroom deals with China, Ukraine, and Russia.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Russia one, although I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's
but
$30 million from Russia.
Wait, they called this whole thing a conspiracy a while ago.
Hang on. Not only did they call it a conspiracy, Facebook labeled it as a conspiracy and like deleted posts and removed accounts who tried to mention it.
Yeah, I know people got banned for bringing it up.
They went Orwellian on something that has turned out to be factual.
That is a problem with fact checking in general. Like Joe Rogan brought this one to my attention, because we talk. And he was like, there was a period where if you said cloth masks are bullshit and don't work, then you were labeled as some sort of traitor, anti-American, anti-science, etc. And then a little time passes and they're like, right, cloth masks are pretty ineffective. Maybe your breath doesn't go quite as far, but for the most part, they're bullshit. You want a more effective mask.
Mm-hmm.
And but there was a time when if you were like cloth masks were just theater, then you would get like fact checked on Facebook and banned on Twitter and such.
You have to join the mob or be ridiculed by it or be exterminated by it at every turn. And sometimes it's like, yeah, join us, dummy. We're in the mob that drinks clean water. You've been drinking river water all week. That's why you're vomiting and your wife died of cholera yesterday. We're in the clean water mob. So get on board or die like your wife. But then there's like look, fucking vote or die, motherfucker, vote or die. And then it's just like, first of all, you already told me I can't anymore. And second of all, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
So with the cloth mask thing, maybe I'm foolish. I believe they made an honest mistake. With the Hunter Biden thing, it doesn't feel like an honest mistake. It feels like a little bit of protectionism for someone who was a powerful man. And I don't know.
Like
Biden's
at this point, if there's a betting line right now, it's much more likely that Biden is in legal issues than Trump is in legal issues.
Person who is people that high up don't deal with legal issues.
The person at most professional and political risk right now from legal issues is Joe Biden, not Donald Trump.
Like more like on the laptop thing, way more troubling than like whatever's on the laptop. I haven't looked into it. Is like knowing fully that big tech companies censor shit unilaterally for political motivations. Like that's scary. Twitter did the same thing Facebook did, where they would shut you down if you said about it. I didn't follow it at the time, but I know that like they were censoring it and whatnot. Like, and think about it. That's the way, especially at the time, that everyone was communicating with one another. That was the main kind of ability to communicate. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the
election.
And it's like, and for those companies to be able to, for any reason, just shut down discussion of a topic is really fucking scary.
It's the same way in some ways with COVID. And look, again, like going back to what I said about the drinking clean water mob, like sometimes it's a good thing that you can just shut people up about their disinformation that involves drinking bleach, for example. Like, and that's not like a made up like silly example. Like don't you don't have to stretch it to ivermectin. I remember when they were drinking bleach.
I do not want Twitter and Facebook deciding what is public discourse in the country. That's not good.
I'm with Kyle. It is
bleach though
hard to get it right. Ivermectin's a good one, I think, because the right absolutely believed that this was a thing that cured COVID. It isn't. So I follow the news on this a lot. Mm-hmm. It seems like report after report after report comes out and says ivermectin doesn't fix it. Like there was one poor study that said it was good in an effort to make COVID seem like a smaller deal than it was. The right latched on to this conspiracy that there is a cheap, readily available, widely known drug that cures it, and they're just trying to hide it from you so that you don't get a cure to COVID because reasons. And it was bullshit. And it's been proven bullshit time and time and time again. And I
so what?
do think that having, say, a fact check on misinformation could be good.
So what is that? Because of this information, people were thinking there was a viable option aside from vaccination, and there were people who were dying and or seriously injuring themselves. Like apparently an overdose of horse ivermectin causes things like sterility. Shockingly, like it literally makes men sterile when they take too much of it.
Well, that's just Darwinism at that point.
Which to me was like, slow down with the warnings, boys. Like
right.
Is that and where can I get some ivermectin?
All right.
Right. Yeah.
You're giving too much power to these tech companies that they can unilaterally decide what is and isn't discourse, and it's not going to end where you like it.
It's not going to end where we like it.
No.
But it's also
it's not.
But again,
a related thing to what Taylor's saying. I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Kyle?
A little.
Do you want to go?
I just look. It's a private thing. Twitter's not fucking a public organization. If you know, like I.
This is the way we communicate. Like in the modern world, they should be.
That's our fail
where people can say stuff and you can talk about anything. It's how discourse is done.
I'm sure there are, and they're just not very popular. And I don't think that. I mean, are you suggesting that there should be some government overreach? Do you want some politicians to go in?
Yeah, absolutely. These companies should be like a public utility. They control our ability to communicate with one another. They should be forced.
Where do we draw the line? Where
I'm a free speech absolutist. I think that people should be able to say what they want on these platforms, whether or not I agree with it. Because the only other alternative.
If you're telling a company what it can do and can't do, then that in itself is not.
We told those bakeries they had to make gay cakes. Like, what? Why can't we do?
We actually did the exact opposite. We told the bakeries that they could serve who they wanted to.
They won the other way. Regardless,
the bakers
The bakers won, and then that has been
society lost.
And that has actually been like a counter argument to this sort of thing.
Then I apologize for being wrong on that.
Well, I do it every day.
Yeah, it is my whole thing is it is really fucking scary to allow these multi-billion-dollar companies who control our ability to speak to one another, to other citizens of our country, letting them decide what is and isn't discourse is not a good long-term plan.
A litmus test, I want to jump in. This is what I was going to say, that I apply to myself a lot is like, I don't care who your favorite president is, right? Let's say Biden is your guy. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, they've just given the president the ability to declare martial law, and now no one's allowed to quit their job and no one's out allowed at night. And you say, well, all right. But with Biden, I trust that he will use that responsibly. I think it's cool. No. You need to pretend your least favorite president is president. Whoever that is. Maybe it's DeSantis. Maybe it's Matt Gaetz or Madison Cawthorn, the wheelchair dude. Right? Pretend he's president. See if you still like that law. And apply that test to it before you do your thing. Line item veto is a better real life example, right? Problem is the Senate, the House, they put all these stupid little riders in the law, and they say, all right, we're going to lower taxes for disabled moms, and we're also going to put in this big fat bridge. And the president can be like, all right, we're passing it, but not the bridge part. That's just pork. Mm-hmm. Okay, you might like that idea when your favorite president is power, but you're going to hate it when the next guy is. Maybe the president can't pick and choose how these laws go through. Precisely. Okay, now with tech, I'm like, absolutely we should censor ivermectin talk. People are dying because of it. It's a public hazard. Oh yeah, Woody? Well, do you like it when they censor something you do believe in? No, not anymore. So it's a tough thing for me.
It's not a road.
I mean, they kind of already do.
They already decide what you can and can't talk about. It's just I don't think that's a good thing.
Woody, what's a woman?
There's no telling. I've met them, but I can't define them.
Oh, man.
A woman is me winning college championships in swimming. That's what it is.
See, you've met them and you can't define them. I've met them and I won't define them.
Who's to say? Not someone who wants a Twitch account.
Yeah. When
Dude,
you talk
the
about
best is
censorship,
when the women were boggled. I loved seeing the women go like,
what we talk about, like it closer to this show has been demonetized the last 6 shows in a row. That's a lot.
It is.
Huh.
Like and if you, it's like a UFC fighter's record. Well, what if you go back before that? Well, it's like 9 out of the last 11. Like it's not like it just started. Like we get demonetized all the time.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is silly.
We don't
That's
say
ridiculous.
anything edgy or.
I wonder if it's the
Just
lock and
being
load
goobers.
ad that we're, because it's usually language.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
We don't say anything that bad.
I wish we knew which words. Like if like there's like one word that's like doing it, like cunt, like
Yeah.
one cunt,
Thanks.
like I saw.
Are you sure it's not cock sucking? But
I don't know how the algorithm works, but I think maybe it has like voice recognition and it like assign like
it does closed caption. So
I
in my
saw a
head,
police video today, and he was like, I hear those finance guys like get crazy CPM. So it's just like ATM, fucking Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street, NFT, crypto, cryptocurrency, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And I don't know, ATM, let it rain, boys. Let's go. Also, my Patreon down below. And I was like, hell, I'm gonna sit through all this. Let's keep going.
Yeah. To me, it's the makeup girls mascara, blush, something else.
Yeah, Revlon, eyeshadow, smoky eye, spring fashion. How do we? If we there's probably a whole list of words we could do. We could do like 30-minute segments where we just say like keyword.
Hey, everyone, skip ahead to 3:45. We'll stop saying Revlon.
McGregor.
Oh, we got that covered.